in the vibrant, bustling heart of Lagos, lived a woman named Bimi. Known for her radiant smile and magnetic personality, she was the kind of person who drew people in effortlessly. Friends, colleagues, and even strangers admired her. Yet, Bimi's life wasn't as perfect as it seemed. Beneath her glowing exterior lay an unspoken loneliness, a longing for a love as pure as the stories she read and the movies she watched. One rainy evening, Bimi returned home after a long, exhausting day at work. Her heels clicked on the wet pavement as she made her way to the modest apartment she called home. To her surprise, a small, elegant package sat on her doorstep. The wrapping was flawless, with gold ribbon tied in a perfect bow. Curious, she bent down to pick it up. Inside was an exquisite bottle of perfume. The design was luxurious, crystal clear glass with intricate carvings and a shimmering golden nozzle. A handwritten note accompanied it. May the aura of this perfume bring you the attention you deserve. Heart fluttered. Could this be from a secret admirer? She couldn't recall anyone in her life who might have sent it, but the thought made her smile. Without hesitation, she uncapped the bottle and sprayed a light mist onto her wrist. The scent was divine, a warm, intoxicating blend of jasmine, sandalwood, and a hint of vanilla. For a moment, Bimi felt enveloped in a world of beauty and possibility. She closed her eyes and imagined herself walking into a room, heads turning, and people drawn to her like moths to a flame. But her euphoria was short-lived. Within minutes, her nose twitched, and a faint, strange odor emerged beneath the perfume's initial sweetness. Dismissing it as her imagination, she headed to bed, still marveling at the mysterious gift. By morning, the faint odor had grown unbearable. It clung to her skin like a second layer. Panicked, Bimi scrubbed herself in the shower, but no amount of soap or water could remove the stench. It was as if the smell had seeped into her very being. At work, her colleagues avoided her. Whispers followed her down the hallway, and by lunchtime, she found herself sitting alone. Humiliated and confused, she rushed home, hoping to escape the judgmental stares. That evening, Mide, her boyfriend, visited. He had always been her rock, someone who made her feel secure in a world that often felt chaotic. But the moment he stepped into her apartment, his nose wrinkled and his face twisted in disgust. "What is that smell?" he asked, stepping back toward the door. Bimi's heart sank. "I don't know," she replied, tears welling up in her eyes. "It's me. I can't get rid of it." Mide shook his head. "You smell like death," he muttered before walking out. Bimi stood frozen, her tears now flowing freely. The man she thought would stand by her, no matter what, had abandoned her at her lowest point. Desperate for answers, Bimi turned to her best friend, Toa. Toa had been a constant presence in her life, a sister in all but blood. Toa arrived at Bimi's apartment armed with cleaning supplies and a reassuring smile. We'll figure this out, Toa promised. Together, they scoured every corner of the apartment, searching for the source of the stench. Toa's eyes fell on the perfume bottle sitting innocently on the dresser. Without hesitation, she picked it up and smashed it against the floor. The glass shattered, and the golden liquid seeped into the cracks of the wood. But even with the perfume destroyed, the stench persisted. That night, Bimi overheard Toa on a suspicious phone call. "I'm so happy it worked," Toa whispered. Bimi's heart raced. What had Toa meant? Was her best friend involved in her torment? The next morning, Bimi confronted Toa. "How could you do this to me?" she demanded, tears streaming down her face. Toa's expression darkened. "I didn't do anything to you, Bimi," she snapped. "Sometimes we must lose everything to see who truly cares for us." Her cryptic words left Bimi reeling. The friendship they had built over years now felt like a fragile lie. Amid her despair, Bimi received a call from Yi, an old friend she hadn't spoken to in years. Yi had always been kind to her, though she had never paid him much attention. Hearing her distress, he offered to help. "I know someone who can guide us," Yi said. Yi took Bimi to a prophet known for his wisdom and spiritual insight. The prophet listened intently as Bimi recounted her ordeal. Closing his eyes, he prayed for clarity before speaking. "You have been cursed by someone close to you," the prophet said gravely. "Their envy turned into hatred, and they sought to destroy you." Bimi's heart ached at the revelation. "Can it be undone?" she asked, her voice trembling. "With faith, it can," the prophet assured her. Through prayer and a cleansing ritual, the curse was lifted. The stench vanished, and for the first time in days, Bimi felt free. As Bimi began to rebuild her life, Yi remained by her side. His unwavering support and kindness warmed her heart, and over time, their friendship blossomed into love. Yi proposed, and Bimi, moved by his devotion, accepted. But fate had one final twist in store. One evening, while visiting Yi's home, Bimi stumbled upon a crumpled receipt for the cursed perfume. Her blood ran cold as she pieced the puzzle together. Confronting Yi, she demanded the truth. With tears streaming down his face, Yi confessed, "I loved you for years, Bimi, but you never saw me. I thought if you needed me, if I could save you, you'd finally love me back. I never meant to hurt you." Bimi's world shattered. The man she had come to love had been the architect of her pain. Standing outside Yi's house, the night air cool against her skin, Bimi made a decision. She would no longer allow others to manipulate or diminish her. True love, she realized, doesn't seek to control or harm. It nurtures, uplifts, and sets one free. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. Have you ever faced betrayal or manipulation disguised as love? Remember, true love is rooted in God's truth and light. Share your story. and let others find strength in knowing they are not alone.